Imagine you are a kid with two fathers. One is well-educated, respected, and has a stable government job. The other never finished school, yet he runs businesses, invests, and talks about making money work for him. Now imagine both giving you advice on the same problem. How to become rich. Who would you listen to? The one who tells you to study hard, get a good job, and play it safe, or the one who says jobs are a trap, and the real secret is learning how money works? This is the story of Rich Dad versus Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, grew up listening to these two voices. His real father, Poor Dad, was highly educated but always struggled financially. He believed in degrees, promotions, and the security of a paycheck. His best friend's father, Rich Dad, was a school dropout but owned businesses, invested in real estate, and taught Robert lessons about wealth that no school ever could. Here's the catch. Both loved Robert, both wanted the best for him, but their advice pulled him in completely opposite directions. Poor Dad said, "Son, study hard, get good grades, and you'll get a safe job." He believed success meant a stable paycheck, a pension, and maybe buying a house with a 30-year mortgage. But here's the irony. Poor Dad earned a decent salary, yet he always lived paycheck to paycheck. The more he earned, the more his expenses grew. He thought money was dangerous, and that talking about money was greedy. He believed work for money, don't take risks. Poor Dad's biggest fear: failure. Because of that fear, he never escaped the rat race. Rich Dad laughed at this idea. He told Robert, "The poor work for money. The rich make money work for them." Instead of chasing salaries, Rich Dad focused on building assets, things that put money into your pocket even while you sleep. He taught Robert that buying a new car or fancy house isn't wealth, it's a liability if it takes money out every month. True wealth is owning assets like businesses, real estate, or stocks that generate income. While Poor Dad said, "Don't take risks," Rich Dad said, "Learn to manage risk." While Poor Dad said, "I can't afford it," Rich Dad asked, "How can I afford it?" Rich Dad taught Robert something schools never teach: financial education. We are trained to memorize formulas, write essays, and pass exams. But no one explains taxes, investments, or how to escape debt. Poor Dad said, "The government will take care of you." Rich Dad said, "If you depend on others, you'll stay poor. Learn the language of money yourself." And that's where Robert realized the biggest secret being rich isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep and how smartly you make your money multiply. Think about it. Two kids graduate from the same school. One follows Poor Dad's advice, gets a job, buys a car on loan, then a house on mortgage. He works harder every year, but debts never end. The other follows Rich Dad's advice, starts a small side business, invests in property, reinvests the profits. Within 10 years, he is financially free. Both worked hard. Both were smart, but only one understood the game of money. So here's the truth. Rich Dad and Poor Dad lived in the same world, but saw money completely differently. One believed money is earned, the other believed money is created. And now, I'll leave you with one question to think about. If tomorrow you lost your job, would you survive on your savings, or would your assets keep paying you even while you sleep? Which dad's advice are you following today? Rich Dad or Poor Dad?